Ever seen a case in which you can consider that her lawyer never spoke?
Are you completely innocent of this
Yes,
crime?
I am. Yes, I am. And I would swear on my mom and my daughter's life.
Truthfully look you in the eye and tell you that I had nothing to do with this crime.
I was pregnant and I had a miscarriage.
When
I
was
moved,
this?
that's been like 5 months ago.
Early life and education. Linda Anita Carty, born on October 5, 1958, is a former school teacher from St. Kitts, now a United States citizen. She currently sits on demise row in Texas after being sentenced to demise in February 2002. This sentence was in connection to the abduction and slaying of 20-year-old Joanna Rodriguez in 2001. Carty's motive was to steal Rodriguez's newborn son. Carty staunchly maintains her innocence, asserting that she was framed by her co-defendants who were involved in drug dealing. She believes her motive was retribution due to her past role as an informant. Despite her conviction, Carty has persistently appealed her case, with her most recent petition to the United States Supreme Court being denied on November 13, 2018. Originally from St. Kitts, Carty's parents were of Angolan descent. She holds British citizenship because St.
Truthfully look you in the eye and tell you that I had nothing to do with this crime.
The whole legal process gets heavy, it gets unbearable.
The investigation we're doing on the abduction of a lady and her baby, didn't I?
Nothing to do with it, yes.
Kitts was a British colony when she was born. In 1982, Carty immigrated to the United States, eventually becoming a naturalized U.S. citizen. Before her legal troubles, she worked as a primary school teacher. Her educational background includes studying pharmacology at the University of Houston. Carty's case has drawn significant attention due to the serious nature of the charges against her and her persistent claims of innocence. It raises broader questions about the criminal justice system, including issues of witness credibility, evidence, and the application of the demise penalty. As her legal battle continues, it remains a subject of debate and scrutiny in both legal and public spheres. Linda Carty's case. In 1992, Linda Anita Carty faced legal trouble, resulting in her conviction for auto theft and impersonating an FBI agent. She received a sentence of 10 years probation with the condition that she would serve as a drug informant. During her time as an informant, Carty played a role in leading to 2 arrests. Unfortunately, her tenure was cut short when she herself was arrested on drug-related charges. Carty asserts that she was recruited into this role by a friend within the Houston Police Department. She claims that her work extended to collaborating with the Drug Enforcement Administration.
I was pregnant and I had a miscarriage.
When
I
was
moved,
this?
that's been like 5 months ago.
So this was not a case where I took this case on because I hate the death penalty.
Where she contributed significant narcotic seizures and the incarceration of numerous drug dealers, a point she emphasizes in media interviews. The pivotal event on Carty's case occurred on May 16, 2001. Alongside 3 accomplices, she invaded a residence, abducting a 25-year-old woman and her newborn child. Tragically, the victim passed away due to suffocation during the ordeal. However, the infant was discovered unharmed. This crime ultimately led to Carty's conviction and subsequent sentencing to demise row in Texas. Investigation. Linda Carty became a suspect in the abduction and slaying case due to peculiar behavior and statements she made. She had been telling people she was pregnant, even though she did not appear to be. This raised suspicions among investigators. Additionally, a neighbor reported an encounter with Carty in a car where she saw a child's car seat. Carty claimed she was pregnant, but the witness doubted it based on her appearance. Upon further questioning, Carty was unable to provide a clear explanation regarding the involvement of rental cars associated with the crime. This led to her arrest. Later, she directed the police to the location of the cars.
Ever seen a case in which you can consider that her lawyer never spoke?
Take pictures, people see things. It's now up to my attorneys to take it to the next level.
Where they made a grim discovery. One car contained the kidnapped baby, who was still alive, while the other held the lifeless body of the victim. Carty's fingerprints were found in both vehicles. These findings suggested Carty's direct involvement in the crime. Additionally, various baby-related items were discovered, further linking her to the abduction. As a result of this evidence, she was charged with the abduction and slaying of Joanna Rodriguez. Despite her claims of innocence and being framed by her co-defendants, the substantial evidence against her led to her conviction and subsequent sentencing to demise. Trial. During the trial, several key pieces of evidence were presented. Testimonies revealed that Carty had falsely claimed to be pregnant, even though she did not display signs of pregnancy. Cell phone records demonstrated a series of calls between Carty and a co-defendant during the critical time period. Additionally, a letter allegedly written by Carty attempted to shift blame onto other individuals. Carty's defense emphasized her transformation during her time on Demise Row.
Are you completely innocent of this
Yes,
crime?
I am. Yes, I am. And I would swear on my mom and my daughter's life.
And her newborn baby boy was discovered in your daughter's car.
Where she reportedly found solace in religion, obtained a degree, and even got married. Despite these efforts and multiple appeals, including a petition to the United States Supreme Court, Carty's conviction was upheld. Carty's case sparked significant controversy, with some arguing that she did not receive a fair trial. Supporters believe that her role as an informant and the alleged frame-up warranted a re-examination of the evidence. However, the legal system ultimately upheld her conviction and sentence, leading to ongoing debates about the efficacy of the justice system in cases with complex circumstances. Conviction and appeals. Linda Anita Carty was convicted of slaying on February 19, 2002 and subsequently sentenced to demise by lethal injection just 2 days later. In the state of Texas, a demise sentence automatically triggers a direct appeal process to the Texas Court of Criminal Appeals. Regrettably, this initial appeal was met with rejection on April 7, 2004. Unyielding on her pursuit of justice, Carty escalated her case to the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals, seeking a reconsideration of her conviction. However, her appeal faced another setback as it was denied on September 19, 2009. Undeterred, she took her fight to the highest court in the United States, appealing to the U.S. Supreme Court on February 26, 2010. In a notable show of international support, the British government submitted an amicus curiae brief in favor of Carty's case. This gesture underscored the complexity and global implications of the situation. Despite these efforts,
And asked for a basin to wash a baby in.
No, I didn't. That basin was mine.
Able to look at this case and look at all these discrepancies and see.
on May 3, 2010, the U.S. Supreme Court opted not to review the case, declining to grant certiorari. Within the Texan legal framework, there exists an avenue for the Texas Board of Pardons and Paroles to recommend clemency to the governor of Texas. However, such recommendations are infrequent and often face substantial scrutiny. In 2008, Carty made a renewed plea to the Supreme Court, asserting that the Texas Court of Criminal Appeals had failed to consider the cumulative impact of constitutional errors in her case. These errors encompass claims of ineffective legal representation and the deliberate suppression of numerous pieces of exculpatory evidence by the state. Despite her compelling argument, the Supreme Court once again denied certiorari, further entrenching Carty's precarious legal position. Throughout this arduous legal journey, the British government continued to advocate for Carty's cause, filing amicus briefs in support of her appeals. This ongoing international involvement emphasized the gravity of the situation and the need for a thorough and fair examination of Cardi's case. Defense claims. Linda Anita Cardi, along with her legal team and supporters, vehemently asserts that she has been subjected to an unjust demise sentence for a crime she did not commit. Advocacy group Reprieve has maintained that her defense attorney failed to present crucial mitigating evidence during her trial. They emphasize that there is a notable absence of scientific evidence definitively placing Cardi at the crime scene, even though her fingerprints were discovered in the car containing the victim's body. Cardi herself has asserted that she was deliberately framed by 3 individuals, purportedly in retaliation for her role as an informant for the Drug Enforcement Administration. According to her, the plot was conceived as an alternative to outright eliminating her, deeming it too complicated to orchestrate her outright slaying.
The witnesses were surprised the lawyer didn't talk to him, and he never did it.
I still matter. It doesn't matter which side of the wrong I'm on. I still matter.
Interestingly, Cardi's co-defendants in the kidnapping and slaying, Anderson, Robinson, and Williams, were met with prison sentences, with none facing the demise penalty. This leniency was granted in exchange for their testimony against Cardi, further fueling the contention that her conviction was unjust. Baker Botts, the law firm spearheading Cardi's appeal, has lodged substantial criticism against her trial attorney, Jerry Garinot. They argue that Garinot's handling of the case demonstrated incompetence, particularly given his track record of never securing a victory in a demise penalty case throughout his career. Moreover, Baker Botts' Michael Goldberg asserts that Garinot neglected to call forth witnesses who could have swayed the jury in favor of sparing Cardi from ending. One particularly damning claim is that Garinot held a solitary 15-minute interview with Cardi, a charge contested by Garinot's co-counsel. Furthermore, Cardi maintains that she was subjected on an interview in the absence of legal representation, an occurrence that raises significant concerns about the fairness and due process of her trial. These cumulative claims form the crew of Cardi's defense, highlighting the perceived miscarriages of justice that have marked her case. That's all for this video, folks. See you next time.